And
Yeah.
by the way, our guest, even if we come in a little bit later, the point in our agenda is the last one. So we have time to develop the other thing before.
Yeah, let me quickly inform Maria about the agenda because I didn't share it with her. So,
Okay.
It's okay. Hi.
yeah, yeah, sorry for that. But very quickly,
Okay.
I'm proposing to discuss the winning team scholarship. I
Mm-hmm.
think we need to go fast to book the tickets and to see how much money from the budget. We need to discuss this maybe with Bernard. It's a partial scholarship, so we need to decide what we are going to fund as soon as possible. And then the second item is the IAC 2025 abstract. I'm not sure, Maria, if you are attending IAC this year, um, but I think it will be good to have an abstract for ETUS 2024. And
Okay.
then yeah, and then we will have. I want to discuss a little bit about ETUS event 2025 and the way forward, and then update activities in Kuwait and Saudi Arabia. I am doing some progress with my personal work, and I am involving SRI. So I will discuss this intersection. And then, of course, last is the SOW, the statement of work.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh my God. Uh,
You are all going to Sydney?
no, I'm just replying to Oscar that is trying to join. Uh, uh,
I'm not sure if I'm attending Sydney, but I will do my best. I'm going to have
Yeah.
a paper for my PhD there.
Oh,
Mhm.
bravo.
Thank you. This is going to be the second paper in IAC. Last IAC last year, actually, in October, I had my first paper.
Congrats. It's really good news.
Thank you.
okay, we have just uploaded 3 abstracts today for the IAC in Sydney. One is on the triple E, energy, economy, and environment. One is the UN flag on the moon. And the other one is the critical review of the Space 2030 agenda, the United Nations Space 2030 agenda. Okay, no, Oscar is having problems because I said him that he can also only use the browser. No need to use the application, the Zoom application. But he says that, however, the Zoom application was open and now is requesting another update. Okay, however, okay, let's go ahead. So we have these three abstracts, and I think you are co-author in all of them. Let me check.
For me, I am only co-author in 2 papers. The energy and the data center paper, I'm
Yes,
co-author,
yes.
and the flag in the moon, but the third one, I'm not part of it.
Maybe not, maybe not. Let me check. Because, yeah, at the end, in the third one, I only added the ones that participated to the discussion in November. You remember when we were, so Amari, Alberto Cavallo, and Thomas Matula, and something else.
Yeah, I recognize that, yes.
Abstracts. But if you want to be co-author, I can add you, not a problem. So we have Amari, Marie-Louise, Bernard, Alberto, Thomas Matula, Werner Grander, Jerry Stone. Yeah, because something they contributed. So if you want to be added, I can add you as you like.
Well, I didn't participate in the discussion earlier, so um, um, I'm not sure how can I contribute. So let's keep it at it is.
Okay, well, good. Now you are presenting some other abstract.
Yes, the thermal model for solar power generator for the solar space-based solar power.
Okay, for solar power for space-based solar power to beaming energy on Earth.
Yes.
Oh, Oscar is in a loop. He says that Zoom is downloading always the same update. Ah, incredible. I am suggesting him to uninstall Zoom and to use only the web browser, because probably the installation was corrupted for some reason. So the thermal model for that, okay.
Yes, so I am taking into account the angle of the sun in orbit over the surface of the solar power generator and the wireless power transmitter, and also the shadow, how long it takes in the shadow. And then the model produced for me the temperature values over 6 nodes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Ah, that's interesting enough. Yes. Okay, so this is the only one that you are presenting?
For my PhD, yes, and of course, I'm thinking to co-author another paper with Aziz Al Arayid about analog missions and arts.
Analog. Okay, okay, I see.
This is something we did last 2 years ago, and but we didn't present about it. We will do that, and this is also will come in the discussion of Kuwait activities.
I will go bring water. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. And I'm going to discuss with you, of course, ethos now.
Yes. But for that, let's see if Oscar is joining, because I think he could help us. By the way, they are working with a lot of students in Napoli at Federico II University. So I think that maybe we could also try to get some of them to SRI and to the committee.
University level or high school?
University.
Okay.
Yes, they are okay. They are all engineers, and they are aerospace engineers. So no, because Federico II is a scientific university. I think they don't have humanistic. Well, I'm not sure. Not sure of that. We could check. But strange that. Oh my God, Alberto Cavallo is not in this. And he is very interested to the young people. So he should be in the committee, definitely. Okay, I will invite him later.
Maybe we can start, Adriano.
Sorry?
Maybe we can start at least discussing the first item about the scholarship until Oscar comes.
Yes. Okay. So, well, I think what we had agreed with. Okay, Oscar is here. What we had agreed with Bernard was that SRI will put 500 euros and Lunex or something like that will put 500 too. So we can give a scholarship of 1,000 euros for the winner. The winner is a Sipsanskar Pallet, right?
Yes.
Is making a great work in the living in space program, you know, with Joe Pelton and all those people. Okay, Oscar, welcome.
Yes.
You did it.
Hello. I was just writing at I entered in the meeting. Hello to everybody. Good evening.
Hello, Oscar. Hi.
Good evening.
So, very quick introduction. Dr. Oscar Carrozzo works as a professor at the University of Napoli, and he is also the chair of Aeropolis. That's a very old organization taking care of aeronautics and space and aerospace. And they make a lot of very good works with students, making seminars, conferences, and so on. And yeah, they just invited me to hold a lecture over there in maybe in 1 month or two. And I have proposed to use our statement of work for the Lagrange habitat. And so Oscar has read it and made very good comments because he identified some missing points that we should integrate in order to get a more complete view of the project that we are proposing. Then maybe I don't know what can be the follow-up, but I think this idea, this concept can be proposed to the students after my lecture. And well, it will be up to Oscar and Aeropolis decide if and what to use, how to use it with their students. For sure, since Oscar, since we are going to discuss now the program of the continuation of the ethos program for 2025, maybe there will be a way to involve your students if they want to participate in some form and to the competition. I don't know what Ghanim will say now. I don't know what he has in his mind, but he will say it, and so we will know what we can do. Then,
Adriano, Adriano, excuse me. I want just to precise one little thing, because otherwise maybe there will be some misunderstanding with the other participants. I am not a professor at the university.
Sorry.
We are just tutoring the students, cooperating with the university in our seminars. I mean, then it's better to precise that, because otherwise maybe, you know, some understanding may happen, and I won't.
Okay, thank you for this precision. However, I think that sometimes the tutors are better than professors because they
maybe I won't say anything about that.
they introduce ideas and innovation and solicitation for the students and so on. So, however, okay, good. I think maybe Ghanim, I think better now to say what you want to do in 2025.
Okay. Of course, we would like to build on what we have done last year. We
Okay,
had
can
a
you
pre.
just recapitalize what we have done before? Because Oscar, I said it's something to him, but better if you give your summary.
Okay, so basically, the idea last year was a hackathon where we had participating teams from around the world. We provided for them the statement of work that you have read and a mission statement. And we requested for them to design a rotating habitat satisfying the requirements in the statement of work. And we had three teams and then one winning team. Of course, before the event, we had a series of lectures speaking about the humanistic aspects of civilian space development, speaking about technical aspects, medical aspects, and so on and so forth. The lectures are recorded. And then we had three presentations. Now, for next year, we would like to have also a fully online event in which Maria will be the event manager this time, of course, because it's good to have the experience and to learn more. Um, um, and the idea of 2025 is to have an industrial facility within a rotating habitat. And the competition will be to come up with a product utilizing variable gravity, maybe utilizing radiation, utilizing, whatever the environment can offer in a rotating habitat that does not exist in Earth, to come up with a product and present a business model about this product. So the idea here is to extend on the statement of work that we had last year by adding requirement for industrial facility within this habitat, so that, and of course we will provide a template, separate document, a template for a business model to help the teams, the young professionals, we target, by the way, from 18 to 35 years old, to help them think and to, of course, make a presentation about their business model. Of course, we are targeting, maybe we will discuss the timeline. The details of this will come later. I hope by March, myself and Maria will come up with a proposal. But of course, we will have lectures sooner, maybe by May, June. We will have some lectures. We will discuss about that, and then later, maybe by October, November, we will have the event, and it's fully online.
Okay, excellent. I'm not sure if all of this will fit in the months between now and November. Maybe, could be yes, could be not. But we will see when we will sit to make the timing, the time scheduling. Okay. However, that's a very interesting plan that you have thought about, and I think Werner could be of great help because he could add this concept of Lagrange factory, you know, because he presented at Copus at the UN committee his idea of a Lagrange space factory put in NL5, and is a rotating thing with, of course, an hub, zero gravity hub in the center in order to, you can have industrial productions in zero gravity, because there are many things that can be made better in a zero gravity. So the rotating will be most of all for living the people, but the center of the hub, yeah, for living, and also for those productions that are better developed in a gravity environment. So, okay, that is a complex concept. And I think, yeah, maybe we can add some, we can take some requirements from the work made by Werner to to develop the appendix. I think the requirements for the production will be an annex to our statement of work that will need to be completed with integrating the comments made by Oscar that I will, okay, after this point, I think we should discuss the 7 comments. I noted 7 comments, but Oscar is here, so he can tell us if there is something else. Okay, so Ghanim, what else can be said about the plan for 2025? Do you already have some dates, some milestones that we can take note of?
For the 2025 event?
Yes.
So far, I haven't done any more progress. I'm gonna draft a quick proposal with Maria, hopefully before by mid-March. Not really detailed, but all the main ideas are there. Then we will share it with everyone, of course, and then we will execute. We have. I hope we will have a team now, but we will see how it goes.
Okay, that's great. By the way, in March, I think the 25 to 27, we will be in Paris at the IAF spring meeting. And Maria, you are in Paris, right?
Yeah,
So maybe we can meet over there at the IAF.
right. 25 and 26, you said?
25 to 27.
To 27, so it's yeah, Tuesday till Thursday. All right, I can try to, yeah, okay, I will try to take maybe some time off from the hospital. I will try.
Okay. Ghanim, you are coming to Paris?
I'm not planning at this point to come into Paris. No,
Not this time. Okay, I see.
not this time.
Well, so can we go ahead and think about talk a little bit about the points to be added to the statement of work?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we had a telephone conversation, Oscar and me, and I took note of 7 points. First one, there is a lack of rationales. So it is clear that we have a choice for the on-air model versus Crafteric Selenopolis model, just to give some term of confrontation. But we didn't explain why. So in the statement of work, it will be good to add a paragraph saying why because for the main point is the simulated gravity that can be done in a rotating habitat instead of accepting to live in a 1/6 lunar gravity, for instance. So this is the main point, but we can also elaborate a little bit more, saying what can be done and why. So why we want to go on this road, and what can be the combination, you know, because of course on the moon there will be industrial activities on the moon for extraction and processing of the material, raw materials, and so on. So it is maybe one of the things we have to add to the document is that there will be the habitat should be equipped for frequent transport from the habitat to the moon and vice versa, because we can think that maybe workers will have a shifts of I don't know, 3 weeks working on the moon, 2 weeks on the moon, and 1 week or 2 weeks on in the habitat, for instance. Let me say, so there will be probably a pendularity between the Lagrange habitat and the moon.
Frequent flyers, I would say.
Yes, yes, exactly. Then the second point is energy. We have mentioned energy power supply, but in a low priority way. Of course, power supply is one of the primary plants. Let me say the primary subsystem on the habitat. So we should give a better place to the issue of the energy. To be a little bit more, we will ask to the designers, let me say, to elaborate more on how to feed the habitat. How much will be the need in terms of watt, no, for the habitat, for the living infrastructure, and for the industrial infrastructure too, of course, that we are thinking about now. Then there are some subsystems were not analyzed properly. For instance, of course, there will not be only electrical systems. We will need hydraulic systems, and also mechanical things. So we should ask the designer to elaborate a little bit more on these aspects. What are the hydraulic need, the air compressed, and all what it means, hydraulic actuators in the automation system, and so on, and other subsystems that could be necessary. So we will ask the engineers to focus to ideally sit down in the habitat, looking around and say, "Oh my God, that is missing. How can we do without that?" No, and to be more creative from this point of view. Then the communication also needs to be put among the main infrastructures, because communication. So we have to think the energy supply subsystem is one pillar, let me say. Communication is another pillar.
So level 1 requirement, I would say.
Yes. So yeah, we should try to structure a little bit better our statement of work. Now it was done in a, let me say, in a random way, somehow, putting all together in a list but we have to make a little bit better hierarchy between subsystems and supervision and everything. Also, the quality issue is to be managed better, to be considered. Thinking about maintenance, reliability, readiness, predictive diagnostics, upgradability, ergonomics, and so on. Thinking about everything makes the system to work, to continue to work, and when they are going to fail, to say, hey, I'm failing. With artificial intelligence, of course, this was done even 30, 40 years ago, the artificial intelligence
Yes,
kernel.
this is a typical application for
Yes, exactly.
artificial intelligence.
Exactly, but it's very old now, but now I think it can be done better considering
Of course.
the progress that artificial intelligence is having. Okay, we have to also add something in the mix of the required skills and expertise. So materials engineering, energy, electrical engineering, mechanical and plant engineering, management, environmental engineering, waste engineering, and circular economy. All these requirements should be added and integrated in the statement of work. Then, last but not least, Oscar also proposed maybe to yeah, in terms of making a better hierarchical organization, maybe dividing the technical requirements from the humanistic, let me say, requirements in a proper way. And okay, they are. Then we also consider that they are not divided basically because when you start to design, any design should always start from the human requirements, the users, the two kind of users, the final users and the operators that are the two categories of people that will make the system to live and to be maintained and to continue work, because we think about an infrastructure of this kind should be designed to live for some centuries, of course. No, it's not something that can trash after 20 years, like the International Space Station. Then they have problems to trash it. Now they continue to elongate the life cycle because, of course, it was such a big investment, and it will be a waste to make it burn in the re-enter in the atmosphere. However, yeah. So I think in the approaching the second year of ethos, we have to improve the document and to make it more consistent and more complete. Now, I think we have Lorenzo also. Lorenzo, ci sei? Lorenzo, can you hear me?
He said he can't use his microphone.
I can use my microphone tonight. Okay. Good, but you are listening, however, right? Just write in the chat if you are listening me. I see something, maybe. Lorenzo, are you listening? Who knows? Well, we assume you are listening, so I think it's better to say in 1 minute what we are talking about. Ethos was expanding humanity into outer space program. It was an hackathon developed since 2 years that saw the competition among 3 teams that participated to the hackathon in 2024. And at the end, there was a winning team. What were the teams required to do? We presented a statement of work to them, asking to design a concept for an habitat for 100 people located in a Lagrange point in L5, for instance. So there was very good works presented, and one of them won the first prize. The first prize is a scholarship to help to participate to the IAC, the International Astronautical Congress in Sydney this year. We'll be in Sydney in Australia. So Space Renaissance, together with Lunax, that's another organization and a project of which our president Bernard Foing is responsible, will give 1,000 euros to help the winner, the chair of the winner team, to participate to the International Astronautical Federation Congress. What we are doing in 2025 is an evolution of this project. We want to add an industrial production in the habitat concept. So identify one or more. We will ask the designers to identify one or more products that can be produced inside the habitat, in the central hub that will be zero gravity, or in the rotating sections that will be 1G, the simulated gravity. And to develop a business model for an industrial production in this habitat. So we were just discussing about that. We were also discussing about 7 comments that were made by Dr. Oscar Carrozzo is here with us today. Oscar Carrozzo is the chair of Aeropolis, an organization in Napoli that works with the students, making seminars, lectures, and stimulating students to generate new ideas for the aerospace domain and civilian space development and so on. Okay, so we were just discussing how we can work on our document in order to make it more complete and to give a better idea to the designers of what we are asking them to do, to develop. Oh, my God. Okay. So what will we do? I think we should ask our co-authors of this document that are not here today, but they are Werner Grandel. Werner Grandel is from Austria and is a civil engineer and architect who take care, let me say, of the more of the technical part of our statement of work. Dr. Marie-Louise Heuser, that's a professor of philosophy, space philosophy in Germany. She's old. She also lectures in many German universities about space philosophy. She's a researcher on that. So she made these historical researches too, and making connections between the current space philosophers that are us and the historical space philosophers like the German romanticism and not only also Giordano Bruno in Italy. That was maybe the first space philosopher that made some pictures about the flight from Earth to the moon and beyond in the 15th century. That think about what it means, really fantastic, and so on. So we also have some doctors in medicine, expert of space medicine, also all what it concern the avatar medicine, so the remote assistance, medical assistance, and so on, that added some other requirements and yeah, we have Alberto Cavallo from the energy point of view, so we will ask him to expand a little bit, elaborate more about the power supply, and so on. So, and during the next days and weeks, we'll do our best to involve our co-authors to go ahead and implement the missing requirements.
Okay.
What else?
Yeah, so, but of course, we are going to work in different parallel lines, of course. We will need to draft the proposal and ask an organizing team, because we had a weakness point last year. We didn't reach for many universities and students. So this year,
Yes.
we have to make sure that we can reach. But yeah, we will. I think we have a plan for this, and we will share it in more details for you, and with everyone in the coming few weeks.
Very good. Excellent. Oscar, if you are so kind and you want to
No, no, absolutely. If you need some more clarification,
and no, if
please
you're welcome,
address me your
welcome.
questions.
You are very welcome. I will simply add you to the Google group of the committee, so you will be aware of what we are doing, and you can jump in our meetings when you can, and that will be very nice to have you.
Okay, just one little question related to our next seminar in Naples. We are looking for some specialists in aerospace medicine. I heard from you that you have somebody in your team who is specialized in such.
Yes, there are
Maybe.
3 or 4 people. Susan Jevel is one. Is in the United States. Then we have Dr. Thais Russomanno also. She participated to the Living in Space, the second event of Living in Space program, and yeah, you can
Maybe the students are trying to contact somebody from ASA for this discipline, but it could be even good, I think, if we have somebody else also.
I will put you in touch.
Maybe from your side, if you are interested to participating in our conference.
Yes.
Just speaking about some relevant aspect in the medicine, in space medicine.
Yes, yes. I can put you in touch with Susan Jevel and Thais Russomanno.
Yes, thank you. I will speak with our young friend, with our students, and maybe they can refer to them, asking
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, no, I'm writing because
We have time anyway.
no, but I'm writing because that's the Tamanent. Yes.
Maybe tomorrow or
Okay, that's fine.
Tuesday could be feasible.
Yes. Okay. what remain in our agenda, Ghanim?
Yes, very quickly, the winning team scholarship. So you just mentioned we will allocate 1,000 euros for the winning team.
That was the idea, yes. So
Should we give it to them in cash, or should we book for them the flight ticket, for example?
Well, I think that it would be better to book the flight ticket. No? What do you think?
But the thing is, I don't expect the amount will be exactly. I mean, exact. I mean,
Okay.
the flight ticket.
Well, if something will remain, no, if something will remain, we can give it as a pocket money to the person. No? Let's say if the ticket will cost I don't know, $800, let me say 200 euros will remain, we can give them give this money to him. And if the ticket will cost more, yeah, that's a problem if the ticket will cost more. So but we have time. We can make an investigation about the cost of the tickets and to see what is better to do. Okay.
Okay. So in this case, because Shabshinkar sent me an email requesting a letter from our side on the scholarship. So now I'm gonna draft a letter for you and for Bernard.
Yes.
So you guys can review it, sign it, and then send it to them that we are allocating 1,000 euros
Yeah.
For the scholarship. And then in the coming maybe month or two, we decide how I will investigate, of course, the tickets and where they are located. I think Shabshankar in the US.
Yes.
The other guy, I think, in India. So I don't know the cost of the ticket, and I will check that. Okay.
Sorry, are we paying the ticket for two or for one? I don't remember.
Well, my understanding for two.
So we will give this contribution to them, and then they will manage the rest of the cost, because I am afraid that it will cost more than 500.
It will definitely cost more than that, yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay.
Okay. One thing also about the IAC abstract. So, and this is also a question for Maria. Should we submit an abstract this year about ethos? Or should we wait for next year and submit one abstract for the two activities?
I think it will be much more enriching if we wait for both studies to be sent as one abstract. It will give a more complete idea. But if you think that you can now write an abstract that is super solid based on our last experience, why not?
I think
I mean, start to write the actual abstract, and if at some point you find it valuable, go for it. If not, we wait for next year.
I think it's better because through this we can get more people involved in the
Yeah, also it's more like for publicity and our image also. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's also something that, however, it was done. You know, it was done. We made the context. We gave we got three presentations. We gave a prize. So I think it's something that is important to be made
for recognition. Yeah.
So I think yeah, there are some symposium that can be used for that. The Space and Society, for instance, and the educational symposium. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
But there is time only tomorrow, because the deadline is the 20th February.
Oh, I thought the deadline is 28th.
Oh no, maybe it's 28. Maybe it's 28. You're right. I'm sorry. I confused the two things. I confused the couples with the. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I realize now that I have I have uploaded my abstract too early.
Which is good.
That's good. That's good. Good for you.
Okay, good.
All right. Also, very quickly, Adriano, my last item now from my side. So there is some momentum going on. I designed a program which I called it Passion. I have a team with me. I have a space medicine, and I have Aziz, which is a specialist in astroarchaeology, astronomy and archaeology. So we designed a program for 2 weeks where we can teach young professionals and early career young professionals, students and early career young professionals, some selected topics in astronautical humanism, cosmos hypothesis, space philosophy, and also to add some topics from our experience. Then after that, we do mentorship for them on projects. My case, my project is space-based solar power.
Okay.
And of course, I involved SRI to do something about astronautical humanism.
Excellent.
So this we might get funded. I applied in Saudi Arabia, and 2 weeks ago they said they will fund 50%, and there is an opportunity to find another sponsor. But we might start by the fourth quarter, maybe November, December. But we will see.
Okay.
Also in Kuwait, I submitted the same proposal. So we will see how it goes. But this will be funded and it might be a good opportunity for SRI.
Excellent. Well, we are ready.
Excellent.
Bene. So we can close now.
Yes, that's all.
Tomorrow I will share with you the recorded video. So if you want to make a minute of this meeting, you will have the materials, the transcript, the full transcript, the chat. Okay, we didn't use very much the chat, but however, and the full transcript can be useful for you to work. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thank you
Thanks,
very much.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next
Bye
time.
bye. See you soon, Adriano.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.